Welcome to Get Offset. My name is Emily, and you're looking really, really good today. You look healthy. You have this kind of essence about you. Leave a note in the comments and tell me what is causing that awesome glow. I need to know. You need to tell me. Well, I'm here today courtesy of Ground Control Audio. This is their new Overdrive pedal called the Bread Oath, and it has art that I can only describe as just amazing, epic, majestic even. And it sounds really good too. But before I get too far into this pedal, I would like to ask you to like, comment, subscribe to the channel. It helps me greatly. If you're watching during the premiere, which means you probably rang the bell icon, feel free to drop a super chat or a tip, or check us out on Patreon at patreon.com/getoffset for access to our exclusive Discord server. But you're here for the pedal, let's talk about it. The Bread Oath is a low to mid game op amp based overdrive, so you can get anything from just not quite clean into some really, really nasty tones, partially thanks to this preamp, but we'll get to that in a second. Obviously, we have volume, we have gain, and we have tone. Tone rolls off the amount of treble after the preamp stage, which brings us to this. Pre controls the amount of gain from the preamp stage, and that happens before the clipping stage. As for clipping options, we have silicon and germanium. Silicon will be louder and tighter, and germanium will be a little bit quieter, which means you may have to compensate volume. That's fine, and kind of a squishier. But let's get into it. This is obviously the clean. And we're going to start with silicon, and we'll toggle between them some. Your ears are probably going to immediately prefer which one is louder, so I'm going to try to compensate the volume as we go. Let me turn that back down. At about 9 o'clock, not a ton is happening, but a little is happening. Let's go ahead and keep cranking that gain. So the germanium's not as loud, but it has a lot of beautiful harmonic texture to it. I think I really love the kind of openness of the germanium, if that makes sense. I think I prefer the silicon for leads, maybe, and the germanium for rhythm stuff. wanting to go to an F sharp major there. All right, so let's turn the gain back down a little bit and go back up to silicon. And you can see that the pre is not engaged, so turning this won't do anything. And again, that's a preamp before the clipping diodes. So obviously it's a lot louder and it gives you a lot more gain on tap. So compare. It sounds a lot different than even just cranking that gain. I really love the character of it. There's a lot more clean with the germanium. It's just like such a really nice balanced sound. Just you can feel that fizziness behind it. It feels like you get a lot more clean signal with the germanium, which again is something that I think I would prefer in a rhythm kind of sound. All right, I'm back with my Mustang bass, PJ pickups, and I'm using the Ampeg plugin. Before I was using my Elvis Costello Signature Jazz Master and the Benson Mixwave plugin. That's the Chimera plugin. So let's start with this off. And on, gain at 9 o'clock. I'm getting more grit from the germanium. say I prefer the germanium on bass, even at lower gain. I mean, it's just dirtier. I just like that a lot. Very harmonically rich. Though I do like that a lot. Man. So many choices. Okay. Now that I played it on bass and guitar, I do want to give my final thoughts on this pedal. The first thought is that I like it a lot. I like having the versatility to switch between silicon and germanium. I think they sound very, very different, and I think they work really well on different things. I preferred the germanium for rhythm on guitar, and I preferred it overall on bass. At least before I edit. Who knows? If I edit, I'll put in a note that says if my opinion's changed. Silicon with the preamp on, I really, really like that for lead stuff, really dirty stuff. This has a lot. I don't want to make a pun about the name being ground control, but it covers a lot of ground. It can be almost imperceptible, just adding some harmonic richness to your playing. But it can also get really, really gainy and leady, and just great for solos and more distorted tones. As is the case with a lot of pedals where you can switch between silicon and germanium, I really always wish that the germanium was just naturally louder. I've had a few pedals like this, and they're pretty much all that way. But it's not so hard to bend over and turn the knobs. So it's not exactly a deal breaker. I would definitely consider putting this on my board for a guitar. Though I liked it on bass, I overall prefer it on guitar. And that didn't really surprise me. it's primarily a guitar pedal. But I thought it sounded pretty good on bass also, and at least for the bass sounds that I like, which might be kind of trashy. Who knows? I don't care. I like what I like, and I'm not going to feel too bad about it. But yes, thank you again to Ground Control for sending me this to check out. If you haven't already, like, comment, and subscribe, please. That helps the channel a lot. I'll have a link to the Bread Oath in the video description. If you buy it through Ground Control, please consider leaving a note that says I sent you. That's really, really helpful for me. And for everybody out there, keep that glow about you. Thanks for watching. Thanks for understanding. We have a Patreon at patreon.com/getoffset, merch at getoffsetpodcast.com/shop. Until next time, my name is Emily. Goodbye.